So, so as you can see, we're at update about 221 of about 373. This is the blank space baby Unix kernel. We're talking about a blank space baby Unix kernel development. We've jumped into what appears to be an alien dimension within the Unix kernel. Not 100% sure what sort of characters these are. Seems to be some sort of blank space baby. Maybe who knows what's really going on here. But looks like the update's just finished. So we'll what we're gonna do here is kind of see like what else is gonna happen like in this blank space baby sort of setup here. So we're just kind of waiting right now to see, kind of what sort of like blank space baby stuff that is kind of going on here. See if we can enter into some of these virtual terminals. Doesn't look like it's going to be happening, but basically what we can do here is like, you see, we got this other box, but if you go into you see what we want to do is kind of do like, see, like it's kind of like a blank space baby. Like what you want to do is like find something like this and kind of just see, like, right now we're in a sort of dimension where it's like the people are playing cards right now, but like this isn't a blank space baby dimension, but like it's kind of like a cards playing dimension, like so we kind of exit out of this. See, as you can see here, we've now entered into the blank space baby, the dimension in the Unix kernel. So as you saw, I just showed you how to enter into the blank space baby dimension. So what we want to do now is let's see here. We're gonna go ahead. Seems something's going wrong here. Let's see. All right. So what sort of happened now is we're gonna try and enter into the blank space baby dimension. Basically, what it means is that the whole screen is blank, but you'll see we're gonna try and enter into it here, but so we'll see what happens. This is how the blank space baby dimensions entered. We've entered into the lower levels of this thing, but in order to access the upper levels of the blank space baby dimension, what's required is that it's going to require a few things. One is that we believe in the blank space baby power. The other is that we also apply the correct terminal keys for blank space baby. So what we're going to do now, it doesn't look like it's going to happen right now, right? Because basically you'll see later, but there's multiple stages to this process. So first thing I got to do is release my mouse. Then we're going to go over here. This is the other blank space baby dimension that we were talking about. So here, I don't really know what's going on here. Okay, looks like we're back. We're back here. Okay, so what we're gonna do? So this is a CentOS machine. So really, what we can try and do here is happened here, and this is an interesting dimension. This is it's an interesting blank space, but sort of like a blank space baby sort of thing. Like maybe if we just do like sort of like a blank space baby, and I'll write your name. See, when you do this, it's sort of like a blank space. Right now we got a lot of blank space, so what we can do is kind of run. So let's see. What we're trying to do is kind of get like a blank space baby sort of thing, like so. If we switch over to now, this is This is a snake. This is what's called the snake system. Let's say root to where any system you want to get into. The password. A good password I usually try. Here's the thing: if I'm trying to break into a system, right? The password I usually try first is like WordPass, because like here's the thing: like this is my logic. Like, you know, like who everyone thinks like, oh, WordPass, like that. No one's gonna put that. No one's stupid. You know, no one's dumb enough to put WordPass. So it's like, but like it's a good password. You know, so like I always use WordPass for my password, but because like I just feel like it's like people it's too easy. You know, people are like that, and people aren't that stupid. So I kind of get away with it. But so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you again how one can enter the blank space baby dimension. So basically we're going to utilize a utility called cat. This utility, well, let's see, if you want to know about something in the Unix terminal, well, in the bash terminal. See basically what I got going on here is what I got going on here what I got going on here is a process called bash. See this right here, bash? Bash is what's called a shell. Bash stands for Born Again Shell, because basically it's like an updated version of an old program called SH. So if we run the program SH, see, SH is just a program. If we go to root, let's go to CD root. If we go to root, let me show you something right here, guys. If you want to look for these like core programs, like they're in a lot of them are in a folder called bin. So if you go to CD and then you go to bin, if we do an ls on that, basically what we can see is a lot of the main kind of the core kind of the core programs for kind of the core programs for the Linux operating system are in here. So grep, bash, yeah, you got cat. We're gonna be talking about cat. Bzip, you want to zip something up. Bzip, grep, you want to grep something. You want to zip it up. You want to make something exe. I mean, these are all the core programs. You can copy in a file, change the ownership, change the group, change the access list, login. Login, this is the program. See, if we, see right now we're on this program. So let's run login. Let me show you something right here. Kali login. So when your system actually boots up, what it does, there's an initial program. Let me show you something. If you were to do PS, see, PS is a program list. You want to know what something is? What is PS? It'll help, bash is helpful. It'll help you out. Report a snapshot of the current processes. So you want to know what's running, you just write PS. Now, that shows two things. Well, there's got to be more than that running. Right, we got bash. And we were talking. That's the program I'm in right now. If I run sh, I got a shell. You see what I say? And then I write exit. Then I'm back in this shell. Write exit. I'm out. You see what I'm saying? So, like, by clicking this button, what I'm actually doing is running the program. Well, I'm running a program that spawns this graphical interface. Basically, in here, it's running the program, which is in bin. So let's go to C. You want to go into a directory in Unix? CD, change directory. What is? Maybe, hey, you hear me talking about a command. You want to know what it is. Maybe I didn't explain it. What is CD? CD, nothing appropriate. Well, that's interesting. Man CD? See, here's the thing. CD is so simple. It's just a built-in command, so there's not even a manual for it. If you don't know CD, what are you doing here? CD changes the directory. Come on, guys. This is easy shit. Alright, so we go to CD, bin. Right, now we're in bin. So, bash is in here. If we go ls grep bash, so what are we doing right here? What is this? What's going on here? See, what is this character you might be saying? Well, this is what's called a pipe. In Unix, we use things called pipes. And pipes connect program output and input together. So think of it like a factory. ls takes an input. If I don't give it anything, it takes the current directory. If I give it something, ls root, it'll give me the file listings in that directory. So ls has an input, but ls also has an output. Right now, ls's output is being redirected to a file. It's being put in a file called standard out. You want to know where a file is in Unix? Which standard out? Let's see if we can find standard out, because which didn't help us. So there's a file on this system called standard out. There's a program called find. We don't want to do that though. Let's see if we go to, well, let's think about it. Where would standard out be? Well, standard out is a device, right? It's printing to the terminal. So it's probably in a directory called dev. We do ls. Let's see if we can see, let's see if we can see, there you go, standard out. So what's happening is if I echo something into standard out, echo hello doggy, and I pass it to standard out, it'll print on the screen. Now I want to show you something. If I put it out to a file that's not the standard out file, it doesn't echo it out. But when I push it to the standard out file, it prints on the screen. You see how that works? We're going to go ahead and remove that file. But so I can echo things like, you know, like foobar. Let's say I want to echo foobar standard out. Prints it to the screen. Right, so that's how, if you ever want to print something to the screen, what you're doing is you're just pushing data into this file called standard out. So let's go ahead and do an ls-l. We're going to grep standard out. We're just going to do grep standard. So if you look, let's see. These three files actually aren't in, these are what are called links. These are what are called links. See the big L on the far left there in the permissions section of the ls output. See, that means they're links. So if you see, they're pointing to these things in the proc directory. So let's go in there. So let's go to cd/proc/self/fd/ we'll go ls. So it looks like, so let's kind of try and dissect this path to try and understand. So what's in the proc directory normally? Let's see what's in sys. Well, we got kernel, cd kernel. This is pretty cool. Panic. I'm gonna pop this some more. Let's say you're in a terminal, right? And like for example, this goes past the screen. Well, in a graphical interface, I can just scroll up and it's fine. But if I'm working on a kind of an older system where it's just you can't scroll, what you can do is you can pop it to a program called more. So what is more? File perusal filter for CRT viewing. Well, that doesn't really tell us much. Oh, yeah, it does. CRT. So meaning that you can't really scroll on it, right? It's just like a dumb kind of terminal. It's not a graphical interface. So, man, maybe that makes sense. I don't know. But anyway, man more. Yeah, more is a filter for paging through text one screenful at a time. Oh, less actually provides more enhancements. So man less. What is less? Opposite of more. Less is a program similar to more, but it has more features. Less does not have to read the entire input file before starting. So with a large input file, it starts up faster. Okay, so why don't we use less? So we'll pipe this to less. Watchdog. This is some interesting shit. Yama. Let's go into Yama. ptrace scope. We're going to go ahead and do an ls-l. I'm going to go ahead and cap ptrace. Let's see if we can go into a different dimension here now. Okay. ptrace, okay. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. But anyway, I was talking about pipes. So we can go ahead and create a pipe. We're going to make a FIFO. Right, and we'll call it like cat pipe. Cat pipe. Make FIFO cat pipe. The problem came in when I put those. All right, see, there's cat pipe. Cat. We're gonna go ahead and cat pipe. So there's cat pipe. So if you look, if we do an ls-l, I'm gonna go ahead and pass this to grep. I'm gonna go ahead and grep out cat. So if you look, the permission is P. It means it's a pipe. So what we can do, for example, let's say for example, let's see what my IP address is here. Let's see what my IP address is here. So it's 10.0.1.53. So we're going to go ahead and do an IF down ETH0. See, because I think I changed this to a NAT. You understand what NAT is? Now, see, this is bridge right now. I want this to go on NAT. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, see, there's a program called IFUp. Specify an interface. What it does is it brings the interface up. Gets some DHCP. Configures the interface with the DHCP. And you're ready to go. I mean, to do this manually, let's see. We'll do it manually. Let's do it manually. So how to bring an interface up manually? So if you look at ifconfig with no options, we'll show you the up interfaces. If we want to see all the interfaces, we got to put the A flag right there. If we want to get all the images, we have to put the A flag right there. So if you look right now, ETH0 is down, right? It's down. So we can go ahead and bring it up. ifconfig ETH0 up, bring it up. Look at this. See, it's up. So what we got to do? So now we need what we need is an IP address. So there's two ways we can get an IP address. One is DHCP. The other is to manually set it. If we want to manually set it, we have to go to a directory called from root. We're going to go to root, and then we're going to go to Etsy. Let me tell you something about Etsy. You ever want to get to any sort of configuration files? Etsy is the place to look. Etsy has all the configuration files for anything you need. So we want to configure our network. So we go to Etsy. Let's see if there's anything related to network. So let's go to network. Let's see what's in network. We got ifdown.d. We got a thing called interfaces. Well, let's see. We're trying to configure some interfaces. So maybe we should cat interfaces. Let's see what's going on in the interfaces file. So this looks like some sort of configuration file for the interface interfaces. So if we go into it. Right now I'm in the interfaces file. So sometimes what I like to do is I like to turn the syntax on. It's more fun for me. If I like colors on the screen. You know, sometimes when you're on the terminal, just having everything be black and white, it's kind of, it's just a little boring. So I like to have colors. So if we look, let's look. This file describes the network interfaces available on your system and how to activate them. For more information, see interfaces. So let's see if we want more information. What this thing is telling us is that what we should do is if we want more interfaces, what we should do is we should do man interfaces. Etsy network interfaces, network interface configuration for IFUp and IFDown. So what it says is that Etsy network interfaces contains network interface configuration information for the IFUp and IFDown commands. This is where you configure how your system is connected to the network. Lines starting with a hashtag are ignored. Note: the end of line comments are not supported. Comments must be on a line of their own. Okay. A line must be extended across multiple lines. A line may be extended across multiple lines by making the last character a backslash. The file consists of 0 or more iFace mapping auto allow source and source directory stanzas. Here's an example. Auto ETH0 allow hot plug ETH1 source interface.d machine dependent. Source directory interfaces.d mapping eth0 script user local sbin map scheme map home eth0 home map work eth0 work iface eth0 home inode static address 192.168.1.1 net mask 255.255.255.0 up flush mail iface eth0 work inode dhcp iface eth1 inode dhcp lines beginning with the word auto where you to identify the physical interfaces to be brought up on the if1. I was run with the -A option. This option is used by the system boots codes physical interfaces. Name should be followed the word by auto on the same line. There can be multiple other senders. I have interfaces up in the order of the lines beginning with the auto are used to identify the interfaces that should be brought up automatically by various subsystems. This can be done by using a command such as IF allow hot plug eth0 eth1, which can be brought up by eth0 eth1 if it's listed on the allow hot plugs line. Note that the auth0 and the system failure command error output took input too much too fast, can't process data anymore. System rewind. So as you can see, we got some interfaces coming up here. Lines beginning with the word auto were used to identify the physical interfaces. See, basically, here's the thing, guys, about man pages. They're really boring, and you don't really want to deal with them. But what we can do is we can go into Vim interfaces. You remember, like I said, we can go ahead and turn the syntax on. So you gotta spell it right. SYNTAX. See the thing about the syntax, guys, is that the thing about the syntax, guys, is that the thing about the syntax is that I like it to be on because when you're on the terminal for a while and you kind of looking at everything. It's fun to have color. I like color. Like the more colorful you make something, what it does is stimulates my brain. So I like it because it's more fun for me when there's colors on the screen because I like the colors on the screen. So it's more fun for me. So I tend to have the colors. So if you wanna configure the interfaces, basically like I was talking about before, there's two ways to get an IP address. One way, man, is the DHCP server. So what you can do is you go talk to the DHCP and you just So what we're gonna do now is we're kind of gonna go back and check baby machine. So we're kind of back here in blank space baby world. So what we got going on here is sort of like see the thing about this. See the thing about this is that sometimes blank space baby might not be what you thought it was. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and we seem to have entered into some sort of parallel dimension deep within the Unix kernel. The computer is making lots of noises, and I don't really know what's happening. But what seems to be happening is that a lot of Unix kernel shit it seems to be going wrong. We seem to be in the depth of the dimension now. The same message seems to be spewing across the screen. So what I think this is, if I'm correct.